It's anything but a mystery that Ferrari has frustrated everybody with their systems and with the unwavering quality issues of their motor. After 2 or 3 seasons, the group figured out how to get back on top of their concerns, battling for wins once more. In any case, after the initial 3 races, the group didn't have a lot of karma and figured out how to win just 2 out of the last 10 races in Austria and France. The group had a blend of reliability issues and missed strategies and techniques, which saw Leclerc losing the lead from Verstappen, as the Monegasque is right now 80 focuses behind Max in the title. Everyone's eyes are presently towards Mattia Binotto, who is certainly having the most smoking seat in the enclosure for the late spring break. Is there an opportunity that the group will dispose of him before the arrival of F1? Before we discuss that, suppose a couple of words about Ferrari's season and why this is a particularly tremendous issue for them. All things considered, they are P2 in the Constructors' title, and they haven't been this cutthroat starting around 2018. Isn't that so? How could everyone blow up at the second best team in the title and their team chief? Indeed, things are a piece muddled, and we're here to clarify them for you in the most straightforward manner conceivable. Ferrari had a fantastic start to their season, with both of the Red Bulls retiring because of reliability issues and Leclerc and Sainz finishing a 1-2 race. Indeed, even in pre-season testing, Ferrari was great and high expectations were put for the impending season. In the subsequent race, Leclerc completed P2 behind Verstappen, and in Australia, he won once more as Verstappen retired with fuel pump issues. Regardless of whether the Dutchman resigned, it was a difficult mission to get Leclerc, who was prevailing all through the entire end of the week. In the initial 3 races, Leclerc had a 46-point lead in front of Verstappen, as the Dutchman wasn't even second in the driver's title, having won just 25 points in his initial 3 races. He even said that the Red Bull is far away from a championship car at this point, which just supported the expectations of Ferrari for a title season, the first beginning around 2007. The energy has exchanged towards Red Bull in the forthcoming races, with Leclerc missing out on the success in Miami and spinning off in Imola, Italy, going from P3 to P6, with Verstappen winning the occasion. The following races were the most difficult for Leclerc: Monaco, Barcelona and Baku, where he didn't complete the last 2 of them and got a wreck procedure in Monaco, proved like a true punch in his confidence. For the Monaco GP, Leclerc was driving the race, yet because of missed procedure and with the trap evaporating, the group didn't figure out how to deal with the circumstances well overall, and Leclerc dropped to P4. What's more significantly more difficult is that he wasn't overtaken on track, but in the pit stop. Now to his teammate Sainz, who chose to overlook team requests to pit for medium compound tyres and go straightforwardly to a hard compound tyre, but to both Red Bulls too. Barcelona and Baku saw Leclerc not completing the race, with the last one likewise seeing Sainz resigning because of the hydraulic issue. Both of these races were won by Verstappen, with Perez following the way, as Leclerc had to take another motor in Montreal and begin at the rear of the grid. He climbed the entire way to P5, with Sainz completing P2 and Verstappen winning the trip. Silverstone was one more botched open door for Leclerc and Ferrari to benefit from a track that wasn't caring to Red Bull drivers. Verstappen drove the race with damage limitations as he ran over garbage and perceived through floor damage, while Perez was at the rear of the grid climbing his direction up. Ferrari screwed up once more with the safety car exit, as they didn't pit Leclerc for fresher soft compound tyres. However, they pitted Sainz, who was P2 at the time. Perez and Hamilton, who were following the pair of Ferraris, likewise pitted for new fresh compound tyres, and Leclerc was left like a sitting duck ahead. Ferrari gave the call to Sainz to not go after Leclerc and shield against the assaults from Hamilton and Perez, which the Spaniard denied rapidly, saying that he is a lot quicker, and if he does that, Leclerc will be passed easily. In this way, Leclerc got passed by each of the 3 drivers, completing P4 and botching on one more open door because of his team's wreck mythology. After the success in Austria, everyone believed that Leclerc has changed the energy to him due to the recently found straight-line speed of Ferrari. something that they've been battling with a great deal while battling both Red Bull vehicles. Nonetheless, Leclerc collapsed under tension in France, turning and hitting off the tyre obstructions, resigning from the get-go in the race. Binotto was in the pinpoint of consideration once more, as they chose to pit Sainz when he finished a surpass to Perez on old medium compound tyres. Sainz was likewise compelled to serve a 5-second punishment, as many accept that he wouldn't have the option to pull in front of Perez with 11 laps left in the race on those medium compound tyres. On account of this methodology, he tumbled to P5 and got the quickest lap of the race, and the most intense voices that scrutinised Binotto's call were Rosberg and Damon Hill. You'd feel that nothing more will be tolerated, correct? Indeed, stay close for more. The last race of the principal half of the time didn't work out as expected for Ferrari. The group had great qualifying results, with Sainz completing P2 and Leclerc completing P3, as Russell scored his most memorable professional post position. Perez and Verstappen were at the back, completing P11 and P10 separately, with the Mexican not having the option to try and enter Q3, while Verstappen had a power issue and couldn't finish his flying lap. Ferrari's methodology was, to begin with, the medium compound tyre, with the two-stopper being the most legitimate technique for the group. In the first pit stop, Ferrari put on mediums once more. However, the second pit stop saw them mounting the hard compound tyre, a move that secured their destiny in the ultimate result. Everyone was amazed at this move because the hard compound tyres were mounted by Alpine a whole lot sooner, and we've perceived the amount they dropped in speed and execution on these hard compound tyres. In this manner, all of the enclosures put a warning on these tyres, as they attempted to broaden the life expectancy of the mediums for a longer period. Afterward, the team would go to the soft compound tyres, a system that was finished by Mercedes. This saw Leclerc being passed by his opponents as a whole, completing P6. And when the team saw that he doesn't have speed on the hard compound tyres, being passed by Verstappen and Russell, they pitted Leclerc for the soft compound tyres. It was past the point of no return, and he was passed by Perez while in the pit stop. He needed more speed to make up for the lost time to the Mexican, and Sainz was passed by Hamilton as well, despite the fact that they were on a very much like tactic. After the race, the circumstances weren't super great for Ferrari. They are sitting 80 points behind Verstappen in the driver's title and 97 points behind Red Bull in the constructor's title. What's much more stressful for them is that Mercedes discovered some excellent speed in late races, as the Tifosi group missed being on the platform in 2 back-to-back races. Russell and Hamilton have shared the platform in the last 2 races, with them completing P3 and P2 separately, shutting the hole for P2 in the constructor's title to only 30 points. In the driver's title, the Mercedes drivers aren't that distant by the same token. Russell is only 20 points behind Leclerc and Hamilton's 12 points behind Russell. With how things are going, we will not be amused on the off chance that Binotto's seat is replaced by another group chief, as numerous Ferrari fans are requiring his resignation after how he managed the group. Before the Hungarian GP, Binotto was hopeful that the team got an opportunity to compete 1-2 in the race. What's more, the opportunity was genuine until his tacticians didn't wreck it for their drivers. Despite the fact that he is the group chief, the systems are under the locale of another colleague, and that is Iñaki Rueda, a sporting and strategy director for Ferrari. According to Ralf Schumacher, Binotto is in danger of losing his job during the summer break, and he said, "I've already seen him in danger during the summer break. There are too many little things that went wrong and too many technical problems. If you get a gift like this, being able to drive for the World Championship, and then you endanger it and throw it away, that's already bitter," said Ralph. It was obviously a tough weekend. Wrong decisions on Friday because you used up the tyres you would have needed in the race. That was bitter for Ferrari, finished Ralph. Binotto spoke about the recent struggles of Ferrari, defending himself and his strategies after the outcome of the French and Hungarian GP. "We recently had the right strategy in France, in Austria too, so most of the time we're right. Sometimes we make mistakes, but others make them too. They just don't look too closely," said Binotto. But if you ask Leclerc, who wouldn't agree with Binotto, and he said that it feels like there is always something going wrong at Ferrari. So it depends on us to sit back and watch, assuming that Ferrari is glancing one more way for the last part of the time. What do you believe is next for Ferrari? How about they save Binotto until the end of the time and spotlight on the following one with regards to supplanting him? Or on the other hand, do you imagine that they actually get the opportunity to rescue this preparation with a legitimate initiative substitution? Tell us in the remarks beneath.